Okay. Okay.
I don't care what it look like, so I'm trying to tell you it's gonna be alright.
Okay.
I came off you some inspiration and some hope today.
Okay.
It's hard time.
Okay.
Let's go.
We come straight from the back to the front, the head out the tail, and we're getting what we want. We're going from the bottom right up to the top. Ain't nobody playing 'cause we can't be stopped. At the end, we win. We win.
Let's go.
We win. In the end, we win.
Let's get it. Come on.
What's good? What's good? YouTube, social media, www, World Wide Web, everybody out there in social media land. What's good, y'all, man? It's your boy, your host with the most smooth tea, and you are in the midst of another fabulous Smooth Teas We Win sports talk show. Hey, man, I thank you for being here. Remember, winning is the end game, and if you ain't about to win, don't go win. Look, you could have been anywhere in this city. You could have been anywhere where you at, man, but you chose to came out and hang with us and hang with me and just get some feedback from me on some topics. So first of all, I appreciate that because you could have been doing anything you wanted to do, but you came to kick it with your boy. So first of all, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's handle a little business right here. Right there in that corner where it say like, subscribe, and comment. Go ahead and hit that button for me, man. Let's run these numbers up like always. We're going to get this live chat going probably real good, y'all, for January. But look, let's run these numbers up, man. So like, subscribe, comment is well appreciated, and share. Share. Also, man, look, on all social media platforms, you can find me at Smooth T, the number 4, Real on all social media platforms, man. So look, again, thank y'all for showing up, man. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you came here to kick it with your boy. So we're going to get into this thing like we always do, man. Got a great show today, man. We talking about some real good stuff. We got some pre-college football stuff going on right now. We actually got Indiana playing Notre Dame as we speak right now. But, you know, the big games is coming tomorrow. So we getting ready to get into all that. We got some NFL conversation we're going to talk about. I got a special guest that I'm bringing into the show, man. And we just going to get right into it, man. So look, without further ado, man, let me explain to you something. You know what I'm saying? When you get a chance in a lifetime to meet people that's authentic, you know what I'm saying, people that's real good, you can enjoy it and you can appreciate it, man. And I always tell people game recognize game. So when you have a chance to sit and have a conversation with people and you find them to be authentic, man, you just want to bring them in, you know what I'm saying, and just build with them. So right now, I'm going to bring in my man coming in, making a special guest appearance from me, all the way from the Chi, bringing in my homie, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to explain to you a little bit more when he comes to the stage. But look, give it up for my homie, John Hall, man.
Hello.
What's up, John?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Man, how you doing, brother?
Good. You?
Man, I'm good. It's been a minute. So look, y'all. So just so y'all know, man. Me and wifey, right? We was on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship, and you know, I don't meet nobody. I don't meet no strangers. So if we can have a good conversation, we're gonna have a good conversation. So we getting our food, and I see this other couple getting some food, and I'm like, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? And they like, somebody sitting here. I was like, nah, y'all got it. Y'all can sit right here. And we just started chopping up. I said, what's your name? He say, I'm John. I was like, I'm T. You know what I'm saying? And we just started chopping up. Come to find out, you know what I'm saying, we both had a love for sports. I told him what I was doing. I was like, look, man, I got this sports talk show, man, that I'm rebuilding that back up. And when I rebuild it back up, man, I'm gonna get you on. I want to build with you. Now, mind you, y'all, that was like 2 years ago, John.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been 2
years. So, but yeah. I kept his number in my phone. You know what I'm saying? When we got back home, I reached out to him, said, hey, man, did you and wifey get back safe? You know what I'm saying? I think y'all was going to Pittsburgh at the time or something like that.
Right. Yep. We were going to Pittsburgh right after the cruise.
Yeah. And then to come to find out, y'all, look, this brother cool, man. Him and wifey, man, they slick. Cause they be on that dance tip. I'm talking about like the Dancing with the Stars. Look, they be on it, man. And I looked at seeing the videos. I said, oh, my boy got that. I said, oh, okay. So they some legit troopers, man. So it's good to have my man on the show, man. Finally good to connect, man. And this ain't gonna be the last time. This is just the first of many good times. You know what I'm saying? So. And y'all still dancing, first of all, man. Y'all still get it in.
You know what? We are.
Okay.
We are dealing with a couple of injuries. She had some back issues. I had some back issues. So we kind of been out for a few months. But as soon as the new year hits, maybe late January. Yeah.
Okay.
Picking up right where we left off.
Okay.
Yep.
Look, I'm just curious. Y'all ain't try to do no lift up or something, you know what I'm saying? Do that Titanic where you got on your leg, you know?
Not yet, not yet. But you want to know what? One of our coaches, always definitely trying to put some of those lifts in there. So we'll see what happens here in the near future.
Okay. So you and the Shy, I know you said it was snowing up there, man.
Yep,
that's a different cold that y'all got up there, man.
It is, yeah.
That cold different. Like, I was in Colorado a few weeks back, and it was 40-something degrees there, but their 40 feel like 50 or 60 where we at. But that cold in Chicago, I can't bring my Atlanta jacket to Chicago and think I'm gonna be warm.
No, it hits different. It gets like it's a chill, and then it's just like this icy freeze cold that you get, and it hits hard. So you're warm. Always got to be ready to stay warm.
So how thick is the snow up there right now?
But I think we probably got like maybe 2 inches. So it wasn't a lot. It was just for a quick period of time yesterday, and now it's done. Okay.
So just to recap, you know what I'm saying? You being in Chicago.
Yep.
Bears fan.
Yep.
Cubs or White Sox?
You know what?
Or neither.
Neither, really. You know, I'm a baseball fan, but I'll go to a White Sox game or a Cubs game. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. Bulls fan?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Grew up watching Jordan, of course. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then now we can have some conversation about that, because I was the only person in my house that was a Bulls fan.
Really?
And my mom and my brother were Detroit Pistons fans, right?
Yeah.
So I started liking the Bulls. I looked across that one because I'm an artsy person when I was growing up. So I like uniform designs and colors and everything. So Chicago, when they had that Cursive Chicago jersey on the front, and then I used to like the diamond with the bull, because at the same time San Antonio used to have almost the same kind of jersey. But that color scheme, that red, black, and white with that diamond with the bull and that Cursive Chicago, I was always an artsy person, so I'm like, man, I like that. So I started liking them when they had Orlando Woolrich, and next thing you know, Michael Jordan shows up. Reggie Theus gets moved to the side, and all of a sudden Michael Jordan there. So it's like, okay, I remember Mike from North Carolina, but seeing him in that Chicago Bull, I just rolled it out. You know what I'm saying? All the way then, because it was either the Lakers, the Hawks, or the Bulls. And I was, so we could definitely talk about them 90s Bulls teams, man. Like, I'm a loyal person, so when they got rid of that Bulls team and didn't let them try to run it back, that's when I cut them. I didn't have no loyalty with them because of the fact that they weren't loyal to that team, and I feel like they should have let them go.
A lot of people felt that way. My whole family felt the way. So once Jordan was gone, once everybody was gone, like, I don't think we watched the Bulls game for years after that until Derrick Rose came.
Yeah, and even when Derrick came, that was their product out of Simeon in Simeon High School. And yeah, Derrick was that guy. And a lot of people forget about how good Derrick Rose was like that 2010 season when he was MVP and he jumping on top of people's head, and
that's the thing. You had a point guard who was able to handle, pass, shoot, then come up and dunk on you. Felt like it whenever, and he was always trying to do that. Always.
Right. I think my favorite dunk of him was when he dunked on what's that boy Dragic for Phoenix.
Yeah.
When he caught that he pulled that thing back 2 hands and and put that thing in his head. I said, ooh. So yeah, I that was a good time. That was a good time. And it's funny because he kind of rebirthed himself again back in New York coming off the bench. And he was doing. I wanted us to get him in Atlanta. I was like, man, go get Derrick Rose. We can bring him to the bench. We not gonna play him as hard as Tom Thibodeau was gonna play him, so he can still play for us and get some good rest. Because I know Tom Thibodeau, he run them boys like some track stars. Like he working them boys for real. Yeah. So, but yeah, okay, Derrick Rose. So we got Chicago Bears, Bulls. All right, so. And then we got to talk about the little elephant in the room. Wifey went to that school in Ohio, correct?
She did.
So hold on, let me prepare that the right way, because I don't know if you remember this about me, you know what I'm saying, but there was, now you can. I don't know if you remember this about me. That's the first love.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Was that Go Blue? You know what I'm saying? So
she's an Ohio State fan, man, and she's my wife. So
hey, man, look,
I gotta support her, and Ohio State is a really great team. They've always been over the years, and I'll just leave it at that.
Hey. Happy spouse, happy house. You know what I'm saying? So you do it, because the funny thing is my wife is actually from Ohio. She's born in Akron and raised in Cleveland a little bit before they came down this way. So, but she'll ride with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. My other best friend, who's normally on the show, LT the Guru, he's a Buckeye, and I'm a Wolverine. So we had this thing where every year, whoever has the home game, you got to go to that individual's house, and whatever you walk into, you're subject to it.
Yeah.
So when they was in Ohio this year, so this is the first year we didn't go. I was slated to go to his house, but I wasn't feeling good, and so I was like, "Look, man, I don't want to pass no germs to you, man." So
were you not feeling good, or were you just trying to avoid having to go to the house?
Nah, because I had already told him earlier in that year, I say, hey man, we not gonna beat y'all, bro. Ryan Day don't pay $20 million for this team, man. I said, y'all gonna win the championship, man. I was like, this year I ain't pumping my chest. I was like, I'm coming to your house just because I don't want to break tradition. I ain't coming there but pumping my chest saying, go Blue, go, we gonna win. Even though we ended up winning. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was still happy about that. I ain't even going front. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like we ain't had no quarterback, man. And you can't win in college football without a quarterback.
You cannot. Absolutely not.
So, I felt like the quarterback we had with Alex Orji, they knew J.J. McCarthy was going to be gone. So, if he's gone, what are you doing to prepare yourself for the future? You know you need to work on that, on your skills. You know you got to do that. Why you not getting with quarterback coaches? Why the coaches ain't getting with him saying, hey, let's work on this? Because every time they put him in the game, they knew what he was going to do. He was going to run. So now every time you put him in the game, all they're going to do is load the box up. When they load the box up, everybody coming after him because they know he's not going to pass the ball. Then we went through 2 quarterbacks that couldn't throw. So we finally got a good break when we got Bryce Underwood coming in next year, who was the #1 recruit in the country, but he's still a freshman, so he gonna have to get some build up. So
We'll see. You know, you got to understand some of these young kids are coming in and being stars.
Oh yeah.
You know. So.
Oh yeah. Now, he legit. He's 6'4", 220 something pounds. He can run. He can throw. The only reason why he was committed to LSU was because Jim Harbaugh never went after him. But he's from Michigan and wanted to go to Michigan. But Harbaugh never went after him. And I think probably because Harbaugh knew he was getting ready to get out.
Yeah.
So then it took Sharon Moore, our coach, and other players, other recruiters, and Tom Brady to reach out to him. And not to mention that, you know, we ain't gonna say what it was, but that little check that he got for them 7 figures or so. So
I mean, that's
where we at in college football right now.
Yeah. Makes it a real easy decision, I guess, you know.
Yeah. So since we talking about it, then since you brought it up, you know, and matter of fact, let me just pull this up right quick. So, bam, right here.
Okay.
We got the college playoff going. Notre Dame and Indiana's playing right now. But that's kind of the preliminary game. I think the most important game tomorrow is that game that's being played in Columbus between Ohio and Tennessee.
Yep.
Now, do you think Ryan Day's job is on the line with this playoff? Because so here's the thing I say about Ryan Day. And game recognized game. So I ain't a hater. I know when he came behind Urban Meyer, people was like, oh, they got new coach. I was like, no, I don't care if he knew. That was Urban's number 1 recruiter. So everybody who Urban was recruiting, they went through Ryan Day. I was like, so he just the head coach now. So that ain't like getting no weak head coach. And he's had a great record as far as his win and loss percentage. The only problem he has had is his last seasons against us. So with him saying, okay, I need $13 million to get a championship, and the collector got him $20 million, and the fact that he lost to us, is his job on the line if they don't win a championship, do you think?
Man, you know, that's a tough call, right? Again, you speak to his record and what he's been doing the last few seasons, and he's been doing a good job. But to ask for that kind of money and not be able to bring something home, that's kind of tough, especially following the footsteps of Urban Meyer. So I think his job is on the line. I think if he doesn't pull it off, we'll see a new coach there for Ohio State. Yep.
I'm wondering if, because, you know, y'all got Chip Kelly up in there as offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm wondering is Chip, you know what I'm saying, looking over his shoulder thinking, okay, if he don't make it, I can be next in line. Because my thing is this also, and I felt like how we were when we had Harbaugh, because Harbaugh, we lost to y'all for like 4 straight years while we had Harbaugh before we won. So I was of the mindset I was like, okay, if Harbaugh, we don't get this year, he got to go. But you look at it, it's like, okay, but who we gonna get? Who else can bring that name, that brand, that bravado that'll make people want to come to that school? And since Ryan Day has been that name for Ohio for so long, for the Buckeyes, even if you fire him, who you gonna get to replace him? You got to get somebody that's gonna keep this thing rolling.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State has just been great for so many years. So you need somebody that's a big name or following the footsteps of Ryan Day. So I don't know who that might be. You know, I don't even know if I don't even know if they'll actually get rid of him. But I still think that if he doesn't bring something home, yeah, like he'll be gone. And whoever's next in line, whoever they probably have somebody. And right now, of course, you know, nobody's ever going to say anything, but I'm pretty sure they have somebody in line notable, or whether it's, you know, bringing somebody from the NFL or maybe another coach from, you know, one other schools, but we'll see.
So as we look at this bracket right here, because I know you invested in that game, because that's the prime time game for tomorrow.
I will.
And Tennessee coming to Ohio, it's gonna be cold as all get up and go.
Yeah,
it could be some snow, something that Tennessee's not used to playing. Outside of that game, which one of these other games is intriguing to you?
You want to know what? I want to see what Texas is going to do.
Okay.
I do want to see what Texas is going to do. And then after that, I want to be honest with you. Georgia has always been a really great team, right? I'm always going to watch Georgia. So as long as if Notre Dame pulls it off, I will love to see that Notre Dame. Yep.
Now, the funny thing about that Georgia game is Carson Beck he's not playing.
Nope.
And so they got the young boy Gunnar Stockman coming in, and he had a great second half for Georgia. You know, now he got his boat rocked too, so they let him know this ain't high school. But that's going to be a very intriguing game to see if Georgia can actually pull it together with Gunnar Stockman and playing against a team like Notre Dame. If Notre Dame pulls off, because Notre Dame is winning right now 14-0. So they showing some dominance. And, you know, I give kudos to Indiana, because Indiana, that head coach has come in and just transformed that whole culture.
They've been playing really well this year.
Yeah. I mean, they beat the brakes off of Gold Blue. So for the first time in years. So I have to give them the credit, but if it stays the way it's looking, it looks like it could possibly be that Notre Dame Georgia game that's matched up. Now, I'm kind of intrigued I'm curious about this SMU Penn State game, and the reason why is because it's in State College, right? I'm thinking about aesthetics, because SMU been playing some good ball, but what I want to know is I'm curious if Penn State is going to do a whiteout, because to walk up in Penn State and walk up in there and they got all that white, that's a whole different scene than what you normally have seen, and that can be so intimidating itself. So I'm curious to see if Penn State does something like that, just to kind of add that effect to them. You know, I'm just curious.
So that all white you touched on, like you said, something like it's intimidating to step into a stadium and you see nothing but support of the other team, the loud noise, the arena, everything. It can be a little intimidating if you're not ready for it. But again, you know, these kids, they should be. Actually, I don't want to say kids because there are some young men on the team. But I mean, these men, they should be ready. They've been playing all season, all year, so they should know what's ahead of them.
Right. Gotcha. Being a that's something. While we're looking at this thing, being a Buckeye fan, if y'all do overcome Tennessee, now you're in the Rose Bowl against them Ducks, who are very familiar with being on that side of the country in the Rose Bowl. I was already mad at y'all because the time that I go for y'all, because I wanted y'all to beat the Ducks, I told my partner, I said, man, y'all had one job. And the reason why, it was a little petty. I was still a little mad at Dan Lennon because of how the junk he was talking about Colorado with Coach Prime. You know, I was a little upset about how he tried to play that to the left and use that to his advantage, which, you know, you do it because, you know, you trying to get that media attention. So I still had a little hurt from that right there, you know what I'm saying? But I watch a lot of documentaries, and I watched the documentary on them, and I had to give them respect because I like to see what people do behind the scenes. Because if I see what you do behind the scenes, I see how you practice and how great y'all really are. And I'm not even going to front. I was very impressed with what I seen with Oregon. And I mean, I had to bow down to him, and be like, okay, I don't like how you try to play Coach Prime. I call him Big Cousin Prime, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's our big cousin, you know what I'm saying? He like the big cuz, but I got to give it to him. He come out of the SEC anyway, but he got a powerhouse up there in Oregon, man. So how do you see that game going against Oregon if y'all just happen to overcome Tennessee?
Man, Oregon has just been such a powerhouse all season, man. They've just been dominating, and I don't see it looking too good. I don't see it looking too hot for Ohio State. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do have to be an Ohio State fan by default.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you just have to recognize the talent. And Ohio State is just a different caliber of team that we've seen all season. So, I mean, it's going to be Oregon. Easy. They've been they've been beating teams so bad.
Right.
So, I mean, I think the easy is – I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy win for them, but I think it'll be a pretty well-fought game, but Oregon's just going to come out on top. I mean, period. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now,
I do want to – hold on. My apology.
No, go ahead. Go.
Circle back to something. We're talking about Ohio State here. So, I don't know if you remember, but I went to Western Michigan.
Okay.
And Ohio State played Western Michigan this year in a preseason game. And, I don't like to speak on this, but I had a choice because, I was made fun of. Obviously, they beat us pretty badly, 56-0. And I just want to note and put it out there that my wife did give me a very, very hard time.
Okay.
They really dominated us, and I wanted to put that note out there because she told me to tell everybody I know. And so since we're here and I'm talking to you, I have to put that out there. So they did disrespect Western Michigan this year.
Okay. So it sounds like you saying, even though you supporting wifey,
yeah,
if they get manhandled,
yep,
you ain't got no love lost on that.
None whatsoever. I didn't. You put it out there, and I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Okay, I said it for you. Okay, I said it for you.
Thank you.
I said it for you. Yeah, I got you. So, if you circling back to that, let's say the winner of that Penn State SMU, which most people are thinking it's going to be Penn State. They got to face Boise State in that Fiesta Bowl. And Boise State got that stallion back there, that runner up for the Heisman, in Ashton Jenkins.
Yep. Who's been a monster also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a running back at heart, you know what I'm saying? So I love the running back position more than any position. I felt bad for him this year because I felt like in any other year, he would have walked away with that Heisman. But he was just going against somebody who was just dominating on a level of college football that's not been seen to the point to where I've been talking about him all year. Travis Hunter took home 7 awards. He took home video game awards. So any other season, I likened it to. Matter of fact, we're gonna double back to the Bulls. I was telling on my last show when I was talking to Dukes, I was like, man, when Michael Jordan was playing in the 90s, he played against Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Reggie Miller, all great players.
All your top great players.
Right. And at any point, they could have won the championship, except they had to deal with that juggernaut called the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that's the same thing Ashton Jenkins had to deal with this year. Any other season, because he had a dominating season as a running back.
Yeah, as a running back, yes.
And he was definitely, you take him off Boise State, they don't do nothing. However, when you got somebody like a Travis Hunter playing both ways and doing what he's doing and dominating on both sides and in top 3 in both positions, like, that's an anomaly.
Yeah, I mean, some people out there try to say that Travis Hunter did not deserve the Heisman because he didn't have the most interceptions, he didn't have the most receiving yards and things like that. But you have to look at the simple fact that even though he didn't have what they consider to fit in the criteria of the best stats, every team that they faced literally had to double team him on offense.
Say that.
Right? And he was still able to get in the end zone. And then on defense, when you're as good of a player as he is, no, he's not going to have the most interceptions because they're game planning against him. They're not going to throw the ball to his side. So he's not going to have the opportunities that you're talking about to get all these interceptions.
Right.
The game planning of all these other teams had to change offensively and defensively for one person who both sides of the ball. So
right.
You have a talent like that, I'm sorry. I mean, that's 100% deserving of the Heisman. Like, he's the game changer, period.
Right.
But we were talking about Ashton Jenkins. So it's unfortunate for him, but, it would have been nice to see him win. But, like you said, Travis Hunter, like, anomaly.
Right. That's it.
Happen again.
Right. Game changing. And the thing is, what I don't want them to do is, and because sometimes the media tries to bring up a narrative to make people go against each other. And one thing I'm proud of is the fact that they haven't done that they've all given each other their props. But sometimes they'll ask questions like when they ask him, well, how'd you feel about not winning? Like, of course he gonna be hurt. You just asked him and he wanted to win. Yeah. But don't try to put a wedge because he was a dominant player. He getting ready to go to the NFL and he gonna make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Playing at the running back position. And wherever he go, I know at least his first year, I always feel like in the NFL, when you got a dominant rookie, their first year, they could be very well because they don't have film on you yet. Mm-hmm. And what I like to see is what you do your second year. And that's what separates, to me, running backs in the NFL. When you look at people like Adrian Peterson, Damian Thompson, they had great rookie years, but then that second year, they still dominated. Even when you got film on me, I'm still him, and I'm still gonna dominate. So that's that. He gonna do his thing. But like you said, it was just unfortunate, man. He ran up against an anomaly. So while we on this playoff, you got the Buckeyes, Tennessee. You got Texas versus Clemson. I'm kind of pulling for Texas on that one.
Me too.
Just because I don't know. Steve Sarkisian, I still got a bitter taste in my mouth with him because I remember when he I got to put on my other hat. So I remember when he was the offense coordinator for the Falcons, and he was the same year that we dropped the ball in the Super Bowl. He comes in because Shanahan goes to San Francisco. He comes in. To me, this is my thought, right? If I'm a new coordinator and you just went to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna come in and be like, okay, I ain't got to change the game. What do y'all like? We gonna keep going with what worked, and we gonna just shift a little stuff. That's just me personally. he came in and all of his offensive coordinator man pride started changing some things up, and we dropped the ball again when we played Philly in the playoffs. But he was the offensive coordinator, so I mean, I still got a little disdain from that. You know what I'm saying? It may be called petty, John. You know, but I still got a little disdain from. I remember that, but how Dabo been acting about this portal and this NIL stuff. Not only do he owe Syracuse, some money because them beating Miami was what allowed Clemson to get in.
Yeah.
But somehow Dabo just keep on flipping in there and showing up, you know. So I'm kind of leaning more to Texas on that one, just because
I've never been a Clemson fan anyway, so
got you. I hadn't either. I like when they had Deshaun Watson. I like Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun Watson was a great quarterback. You know, we got to see him do a lot of things at Clemson, but it's not like, you know, I was at Clemson. I'd like seeing him for him. You know,
right.
It would have been great.
Same. So, based off this team on my hat, and my running back came from Texas,
yeah,
I got to ride with Bijan on that one.
Okay.
So, and so that's kind of where I'm at with this. Now, have you seen Arizona State? How Cam Scatterboo?
No, I haven't watched the Arizona State game at all. I'm sorry.
That's gonna be intriguing, and man, because they the only team from the Big 12 to make it. I think them going up against Texas, if Texas pulls it off against Clemson, that's going to be a tough game for them to win. They do have a running back who is a beast. He's a little bit under Ashton Jensen and under the Kansas and the Kansas State running back, but they've come a long way. However, against Texas, I think Texas is just that juggernaut that's going to kind of, how I can say it, I think they're going to sun them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we kind of bigger than y'all, and we got more power than y'all. So I don't think that's going to end too well for them with Texas. And I think with Texas got something that they want to prove. So I would still ride with Texas on that one also. So.
Oh yeah, like I said, I've seen little snippets here and there of Arizona, but I haven't seen a lot. But I'm still going with my Texas, and so hoping we pull out this Texas Clemson, and then we'll see what they do against Arizona.
Okay. So, all right, we got a couple more things to hit you with.
Okay.
So, as we was just talking, you know what I'm saying, I am a avid Go Blue fan individual. I'm a Wolverine at heart.
Sure.
But I do have an issue right now that has really plagued me with my Wolverines, and that is the fact that, and not only this, but I want to touch on this with as far as college football, period. As you see right there where it says Michigan's Edwards opts out of bowl game versus Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing that I can appreciate about Colorado and what Coach Prime is doing is that even I don't like this, because I come from an era where when you play for your team, you know, you played the bowl game with them. So you stuck with him. But the reasons for him opting out is because he said he's trying to prepare for the NFL draft, and you know, he got some things that he want to think about and get a clear head. Mind you, for Michigan, playing against Alabama, we already don't have the top tight end, which is Colston Loveland. We don't have our top defensive player, which is Mason Graham. We don't have the top defensive cornerback, which is Will Johnson, because Will Johnson was hurt. The other two, they're opting out because of the NFL, which to me, I don't personally like that, because I come from an era where, man, you stuck with your team and you played with them. Like, you can get hurt walking across the street and you trip. You know what I'm saying? And if you so focused on thinking about you gonna get hurt, then I think that's how you get hurt. But that's why I appreciate with what Coach Prime in Colorado was doing, and the fact of Shedeur, Travis, they're thinking about the team, because they could easily be like, nah, we ain't playing. But Shedeur thinking about, that's my pop. But this is also my team, and I got other wide receivers that I can help them get better draft stock. Whereas I feel like, number one, Donovan Edwards hadn't had the best year. So I feel like you need to put some footage on film of playing good. Now you're going to take us to go against Alabama with Jalen Milroe. I don't see us coming out of that successful at all. Matter of fact, if we was to get blown out, it would not surprise me. For me, I was happy about two things: that we made it to a bowl game this year and that we beat up that school in Ohio. Other than that, I didn't have no expectations of running back no championship, doing nothing. But I definitely don't like what I'm seeing that in college football, especially with that team and with everything that we have. And he hadn't even been the best running back this year for us. So, how you feel about?
So, I guess I'll touch on Edwards first. So, do I like the decision? No, because like you said, we come from an era where you build a family when you're playing college ball. You're not just out there for you. You're out there for your teammates who become your family and your coaches, because you want to do this. You spend 4 or 5 years there to get to this point.
Right.
But I think the problem is how things have changed in college and in the NFL, where these college players, they start off, they get paid now, and then you transition into the NFL, and as rookies you're getting these big contracts and stuff. And I think one of the things is maybe the reason he might be doing it is because he wasn't one of the top running backs at Michigan. So he needs to make sure he looks as good as he can for these NFL scouts. At the same time, like you said, I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I don't like the fact that it's like you don't care about these guys that you came in with. And so I think it's a problem. I think it definitely shouldn't be allowed. But at the same time, again, this is what you work for. It's to get into the NFL.
Right.
I can understand the decision. I just, it wasn't like this 20 years ago.
Right.
20,
right.
So, you had to continue playing until it was time. And
right.
So, and you had chances of getting hurt.
Right. 20 years ago, they wasn't even thinking about getting hurt. They was thinking about, man, it's my last time to suit up and wear this uniform.
Yep.
And play again with my brothers. And the fact that I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like when they do that, it's like to me, it's selfish. And it's a little bit of selfishness. But it's like you letting your team know, okay, I ain't thinking about y'all.
Yeah, I mean that's and that's the other part, right? These people that you came in with that essentially have become your brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You guys spend day and night together, and then it's just one day, no, you know what? I'm not playing. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't know how somebody could do it, but at the same time, listen, I guess at some point in time, you know, maybe you have to be selfish. I don't agree with that. I'm just saying it, but like, I don't know. I guess it's a career move. I don't know.
Yeah. Then like I said, it ain't even about him either because we got who's the best tight end, one of the best tight ends in college football, Loveland, and then even our best defensive tackle, Mason Graham. Both of them are opting out because they want to prepare for the NFL. I can see Graham because Graham had a great enough year on defense. And everybody knows the NFL loves tight ends. So Loveland has had a great year. But for me, with Donovan Edwards, I don't know if I'm a grown man, but I'm a gamer. So I played a college football game. He was on the cover of that. So you got a cover athlete, one who's not going to play in a bowl game, but then you got the other cover athlete that was with him, which is Travis Hunter, who just won the Heisman and 7 other awards. That's saying, no, I'm going to play, man. I'm riding with my brothers. And then you got Quinn Ewers, who was on the cover with him also. That's saying, I want to play. And so to me, it's just not a good look for him. And like I said, I don't feel like you did enough this year that's gonna merit you. You're definitely not going first or second round. Just based off his stats, because the NFL is always a what are you doing for me right now kind of league. So what you did 2 years ago, it don't carry because they want to see sustainability. So I don't know. I'm just wanting your opinion on that, man, because
actually you touched on something important. You know, you talked about the look, like how it looks on him, right? I mean, what does he really think these teams are going to be thinking of him if they do draft him? All right, he wasn't willing to play with his brothers in college and stay for a bowl game. What is he gonna do on this team? Is he gonna want to get traded? You know, is he gonna just want to one day just up and leave and go to another team? You know, like, I mean, that's really the picture that's being painted with him trying to I guess make a move and sit out for the draft. So, I mean, I don't know if he thought about that or not, but yeah, he's not painting a good picture for himself.
Right. Okay. That's just something, and it's funny because circling back to the Colorado part, I was I saw a video where Deion Sanders Jr., who records everything that Colorado does, that last game that they played against Oklahoma State, the coach, and Colorado had just won 52-0 against Oklahoma State. But that coach, who normally has had a great season with Oklahoma State, told Coach Prime, hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing with your guys playing. We need to get back to that. And I appreciate you being able to stand on business and stand up for that, saying, nah, this was real college football. We stayed and played. So, you know, hopefully, you know, you got a lot of other players and a lot of coaches that'll put that out there. Nah, man, stay with your team, play with your brothers. The NFL, it's more. I think it just looks like we said, it just looks better. It just shows a more badge of courage that, you know what, I'm gonna stay with my boys, I'm gonna stay with my brothers, and we gonna play. So that's the one thing out of everything that happened to us in Michigan this year. That just adds on to the disappointment of what we did last year, winning the national championship. Now everybody that was good outside of Will Johnson, because Will Johnson did get hurt, so that's why he's not playing. But them guys not playing, and then we playing against Alabama. And then it's just like I say, come on, man. I don't even know how I'm gonna watch that game, John, because. Yeah. I don't. And now Caleb Mullins, who was our running back, has played better than him, but Donovan Edwards is a very valuable piece. So, Donovan, if you're hearing this, man, I need you to rehash and rethink your decision, brother.
Reconsider your decision and play with your team.
Yeah,
family. You know, you were going to the NFL. You're not gonna get hurt, and even if something does, I mean, you'll be all right.
You got insurance?
Yeah. right?
So, yeah, man. So, all right. So, look, my the last thing we want to touch on for tonight's show, man. And again, I appreciate my man John Hall coming in, sitting in with your boy from the shop. How you feeling about your quarterback up there in Chicago, Caleb Williams?
Pardon my silence. Okay, so here's the thing. I think Caleb Williams is actually a good QB. I really do. I think the same thing that has happened in the past years with Justin Fields, with Trubisky, it's the same thing with him. You know, they have a quarterback that they are trying to fit into a system that I don't know he necessarily fits into. And you know, I hope that things are going to change. I hope it's going to be better. I think the other mistake is that, you know, you have this rookie quarterback that you are trying to make the guy, but he is still learning, still adjusting, still trying to make his way through stepping into the NFL. You know, it's not an easy transition. And I think he has the confidence, and I think he has enough personality, a little cockiness in him that he will make it and be better. But I'm disappointed that they didn't do more for him. And when I say that, I feel like they should have made more adjustments with him throughout the season to ensure that he played well all season, because he's had his ups and downs, right? Obviously the first half of the season he did look really, really good, but I don't think that he was at his best, and I don't think we've seen the best of Caleb Williams just yet. You know, so but I'm a Caleb Williams fan. It was a little scary in the beginning, but I'm definitely a Caleb Williams fan. Gotcha.
So I definitely can say one thing I do appreciate, and is the fact that I felt like they tried to get him more weapons than what they did for Justin Fields.
Yeah, definitely.
And well, what we're going through down here with our quarterback situation, you know, I'm definitely excited to see what Sunday is going to bring with with us playing the Giants. I said on the previous show, I wish we could have did it a week before when we played the Raiders. That way Michael Penix could have had two teams that are struggling, but to get his feet wet. Plus, I just felt like Kirk just needs to just sit back, get your head focused, just refocus, look at the game. And while we're doing that, we're going to let the young boy get in. And if he go out there and play lights out, good. We good to go. If he don't and we got to sit him back down, he knows he's the future. So it's not going to bruise his ego because he knows he's the future. So I wish we could have did it last week. That way he could have got some good experience. Because I think had Michael Penix played last week, I think we would have put up way more points than we did, even though we got a win, because everybody has been playing good except my quarterback and my kicker, which the kicker we finally put on IR and we got somebody else in. So we'll see how that works. But then the quarterback, I think, like I said last week, I think Kirk took a hit before that Denver game and his mind ain't been right. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw some video footage where it was broken down. Even the way he's handing the ball off, he's moving slow, which is taking time away from what the line is doing and what the offense is doing, because he's not getting back there fast enough, even on his play actions, because he's moving slow. By the time you turn around and get ready to throw it, the defense is already up on it, which is how the Chargers just snatched the ball out the air on us. and he's hesitating.
Kurt's not young, man. Like,
right.
You know, he's up. Well, I don't want to say he's up there, but I mean, what is he? 36
for a quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's up there for a quarterback. I mean, you know, when we think about it, you know, we think about how long Tom Brady played, but Tom Brady didn't have to take the kind of hits. And, you know, at 40, he was still throwing the ball. But Kurt at 36, I think he is 36. Like, he's been around for a while. He's been beat up. Obviously, he had a great season before he came down.
Right.
But I don't know. I think Penix should he definitely should have been playing. I think 100%.
What I like about Penix is the fact that opposite of Kirk Cousins, Penix was somebody in the 40, he ran a 4.5. So that means I know if push comes to shove, he's not looking to, but he can get out the pocket and give me 10 or 15, 20 yards if need be. So if the line breaks down, he can get out and scramble if there's a lane. Unlike Kirk, who right now is kind of hesitating on throwing the ball and pushing down the field because he's hurting. Penix ain't took no hits, and he got a cannon of an arm, and he's pretty accurate. So he's played a lot of football in college. So I'm pretty excited to see what he's gonna do. So I think it's gonna be a good move. We only got to play the Giants. The Commanders may be a little tricky. Hopefully, with Dan Quinn coming in, we can't let Dan Quinn get this win on us, man. We can't let another coach, an ex-Falcon coach, beat us, man. Arthur Smith already got us in game one. We can't let Dan Quinn come in and get us. And I'm hoping that maybe that rookie fatigue is kind of hitting Jalen Daniels a little bit. You know,
and I don't.
Hey, look, I'm wishing, man.
But man, he again to be a rookie and to play it as well as he's played all season, and just to be so and to be able to stay positive like all season. He's just been different, but. I think they said way early in the season. I can't remember who was doing an interview. Somebody was they were interviewing somebody after a game, and they were talking about how they kind of dulled down the offense back to what he was used to in college, and it's worked for him,
right?
And it's created success for him. And I mean, if they're going to be having all these rookies, coming in starting, I think that's something they should do in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate to say it, man. I think Washington, especially after they beat my Bears too. Yeah, man, they're going to finish out strong. They've been playing so well. I'm sorry.
I mean, so just to piggyback on what you just said right there I think when you have an organization that tailors to that quarterback and tries to bring people around to help him, that's when you see a lot of success when you throw somebody in there as a rookie, because they're tailoring the team around him and not trying to make him fit in that scheme, but they're kind of scheming around him and around what he can do the best. And that's something that Washington has done a great job at, But I just gotta hope that our defense, because our defense is finally showing up, can put some pressure on them so we can get this win. Plus, like I told people, I got a lunch bet with 4 different people that I said we was gonna win 10 games this year, and Kirk done lost me 2 of them. So we got to win these next three games, or else I got to buy 4 lunches. And I'm gonna tell you what, if I got to pay for these lunches, Kirk, I'm gonna get him back off of Kirk. Kirk gonna give me my money. He gonna compensate me for them lunches I gotta pay because he showed out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but then we got Bryce Young, and Bryce is actually coming along with the Panthers. So that's not gonna be no slouchy game, but I think it's one that we can still win, and we put enough pressure on Bryce. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna talk about it on the show if I got to pay them lunches, because I'm coming right after Kirk. That $45 million you got. You can help me pay for some of these lunches, man. So,
yeah, that's nothing but chump change for him.
Right. So Hey man, we coming up right at the 60-minute mark almost, man. Look, see, I told you, man, this straight barbershop talk, man. Okay. So hey, you and the wife, y'all got some more cruises y'all doing? Y'all doing something?
You know, we're trying to do something probably next year. Don't know what time. We didn't do anything this past year, but
okay.
Yeah, definitely trying to do something next year. Don't know when, don't know why, don't know what it's gonna look like, but definitely. Okay. We love to cruise. Well, she loves to cruise. I follow in her footsteps, and so it's a good time though.
Yeah, we definitely do some cruises, man, because this year was kind of, we was real busy, so we didn't get on the boat this year, but we got 2 of them we got to hop on next year, man. So you know, we
gonna coordinate.
We gonna stay locked in, man, and we gonna hop on. Hey, we can meet. I'm looking at this voyage, this Virgin Voyages cruise. Number one, because there's no kids on that ship, and you know I love the babies. You know what I'm saying? But just to be on a ship with no kids and ain't worried about nobody.
No kids sounds a lot better.
And from everything that I've seen on that ship, it's pretty nice. So we definitely gonna try that one and another one. But I would definitely keep y'all posted, man, just because y'all good people, man, and I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we can definitely link up, man. And again, man, I appreciate you coming out with me tonight, man.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Any social media tags that you want the people to reach out to, man, let us know where they can find you if you want to be seen.
Oh, me? No, I don't need to be seen. I'm no one special. I don't need to be seen. I'm no one special.
Okay. Well, look, man, I stay warm up there in Chicago, my brother.
I'm gonna try.
I definitely appreciate, man, like I said, you coming on with me, man, on the We Win Sports Talk Show, man. It's much appreciated. Give my love to wifey, man, and definitely, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna be in touch with you, my brother.
All right.
So, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, my boy. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, give it up for my man, John. Y'all, definitely a good dude, man. So, definitely appreciate him coming out, man, tonight, kicking it with your boy, man, talking this sports talk. That's something we've been trying to do for a minute, man, so I definitely appreciate that. But look, we about to wrap it up, man. We coming to the end, man. Again, I appreciate y'all for showing up with us tonight, man, on We Win Sports Talk, man. Again, on that corner, man, like, subscribe, comment, share, man. Definitely holler at us, man. Catch me on all social media platforms at Smooth T, the number 4 and real. That's Smooth T at, look, I'm tripping. Smooth T for real. At Smooth T for real. All right. Also, man, I ain't say this last week, but look, if y'all still ain't seen that Buff Walk video, man, go look. It's on the page, man. Go check us out, man. We got the dope hype song for the Buffaloes. They getting ready to hit that Alamo Bowl, man. So look. Go check out that Buff Walk by yours truly, man, Smooth T. But look, man, again, I appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Remember, in life, no matter what happens, man, you got to just keep going and keep grinding and keep pushing, man. Don't let nobody stop you from being you. And, man, go out there and be your greatest self, man. Remember, on We Win Sports Talk, winning is the end game. And if it ain't about to win, don't go in. Peace.